We are following developments out of Shreveport, Louisiana, where 8 children died in a mass shooting Sunday morning. During an update last hour, police said 2 women who were also shot are being treated for serious injuries. They're calling it a domestic violence incident. Journalist Steve Futterman is covering this story for us. Steve, what did we learn from that police update? The details of this story are just tragic.
They really are, and some people will find these new facts we're learning quite disturbing. Some of them we knew already. Shamar Elkins is the gunman, the 31-year-old man who killed 8 people, shot 2 others. We've learned a bit more about how the murders took place. The 8 children were killed at the second location where he opened fire. The first location, he shot his wife. She's in very serious condition, but the 8 children were killed at a different location just a few blocks away. Some of them were killed, sadly, execution style, we are told. There was one other child who was able to escape, a 13-year-old. He was able to run on top of the roof and escape. One of the 8 children killed was killed on that rooftop. So just very, very disturbing facts. It seems that this was a domestic violence situation. Elkins had basically reached out for help around a few weeks ago, talking about his mental health conditions, asking God to guard his emotions, guard his mental health. This is one of the council members from the city of Shreveport. She talked about how we need to focus on not ignoring signs that there's domestic violence, domestic discord taking place. Take a listen.
Domestic violence is nobody's joke. It is real, and these are the residual effects of what happens if we're not paying attention. And it is a concerted, collaborative effort for us all to make. And you have to be intentional about that, because we are faced with a devastating tragedy.
And that's really what the city is facing right now. The shock and the enormity of the crime is still impacting people more than 24 hours after the shootings, the killings took place. Now, obviously, Hillary, we do have mass shootings taking place all the time, sadly, in the U.S. This, though, is the deadliest mass shooting in the U.S. since 2024.
Wow. Okay. And Steve, what more do we know about the victims here, these 8 children and the 2 women who were shot as well?
Right. Well, the 2 women, one was his wife, one was a woman described by some as a girlfriend. He had a relationship with both. The 8 children killed, 7 of them were his children. 3 boys, 5 girls. The ages range from 3 to 11. You may have heard yesterday 1 to 14. The coroner's office corrected that. But just take a listen to this resident who lives in the Cedar Grove area. That's where the shootings and the killings took place. This woman, I think, sort of expresses the view of so many people there. Take a listen.
I'm a mama myself, and I'm a grandmother as well. And it just makes you take your children and hug them and hold them and tell them how much you love them.
And I think that's what a lot of parents were feeling like yesterday and today. Now, the New York Times was reporting some details of the mental health challenges that Elkins was apparently facing. They say that he called his mother on Easter Sunday, telling her about the problems he was having with his marriage. He said at one point he wanted to end his life, and he was due in court today in part of a separation hearing dealing with the apparent dissolving or the close to dissolving of the marriage taking place. So the marriage, the dissolving of the marriage seems to have triggered this, and that's what police are dealing with right now.
Okay, Steve, thank you for bringing us the latest here on just a horrible story. We do appreciate this. Steve Futterman for us in Los Angeles.